All right, let's go. You guys wanted it, so let's deep dive into Tyson versus Holyfield.
One of boxing's most legendary matches.
Absolutely. And you know what I think is so fascinating about this? It's Holyfield. How he managed to take down the seemingly unbeatable Mike Tyson.
Yeah, it was a huge upset. Nobody expected it.
No, going into it, everyone and their mother thought Tyson would just knock him out cold.
Right. It seemed like a foregone conclusion. Tyson was just this force of nature.
Total powerhouse.
But what happened?
Well, Holyfield had a different kind of power, didn't he?
He did. I mean, when you think about it, it really was a clash of styles.
Total clash. You've got Tyson, all aggression, brutal knockouts.
Right, and then Holyfield. He's known for being more strategic, like a thinking man's fighter.
Yeah, a counterpuncher. He waits for his moment.
Exactly. And that's what makes this fight so interesting. It's almost like a metaphor for, any kind of competition. It's not just about brute force.
Right. You got to have a plan.
Yeah.
You got to be smart about it.
Exactly. Like, think about chess. Different players have different approaches, different strengths.
Yeah, different ways to win.
And that's what Holyfield did. He knew he couldn't just go toe-to-toe with Tyson, so he went in with a game plan.
Okay, so break down that game plan for me. What exactly did he do?
So first of all, his defense. His defense was incredible.
Oh, yeah. Strong defense. He had that high guard up. And he used, what was it called? The clinch?
Yeah, the clinch. That was a big part of his strategy.
But I'm not a boxing expert. Explain what a clinch is.
So basically, you hold your opponent close, you tie them up, it stops them from throwing those big punches.
So it was like a way to control Tyson's aggression.
Yeah. Neutralize his power and disrupt his rhythm. Tyson was used to just overwhelming his opponents.
He couldn't overwhelm Holyfield.
No, and you can see Tyson getting frustrated. Like, what is happening here? This isn't supposed to be this way.
And that must have taken incredible stamina on Holyfield's part to keep up that kind of defense round after round.
Absolutely. I mean, Holyfield was in peak physical condition. He was 34 at the time.
Yeah, and Tyson was how old?
Tyson was 30.
So Holyfield was actually the older fighter.
Yeah, but he was ready for a long fight. He knew he had to outlast Tyson.
And did age play a role? Like, in terms of stamina experience?
Oh, absolutely. Experience is huge in boxing. Knowing how to pace yourself, knowing when to strike. Holyfield had been in a lot of tough fights. He knew how to handle pressure.
You can't buy that kind of experience.
You can't. And I think that mental toughness was a huge factor in this fight.
Yeah. Reading through the sources, I noticed that they talk about how Holyfield just seemed to get more and more confident as the fight went on. Well, Tyson kind of started to unravel.
Right. It's like their mindsets were completely shifting. Holyfield was proving to himself that his strategy was working.
And that probably just fueled him even more.
Exactly. And on the other side, you have Tyson. He's getting more and more frustrated. His punches aren't landing. He's not able to dictate the fight.
Right. He's not used to that.
No. And you know that description that one source had about Holyfield's champion spirit shining through?
Oh, yeah, that was perfect.
That really captured it. You could just see that he was in the zone.
Totally in control.
And this brings us to another really important takeaway from this fight. Adaptability.
Oh, tell me about it.
Holyfield didn't just stick to a rigid game plan. He adapted throughout the fight, reacting to Tyson's moves, changing things up.
Right, so he was thinking ahead. Anticipating Tyson's next move.
He was strategizing on the fly.
Like chess, but with punches.
Exactly. And that's a valuable skill in anything you do, not just boxing.
No kidding. Think about it. How many times in life do we have to adjust our approach?
Yeah.
Change course?
All the time. Right. Being able to adapt to new situations, that's what separates the good from the great.
So much to learn from this fight. And not just about boxing.
Exactly.
I mean, if you could apply even a little bit of Holyfield's strategy and mental toughness to your own life, you're going to be in pretty good shape.
I agree. And it's a great reminder that underdogs can win.
Absolutely. Well, I think that about covers it. Thanks for taking us on this deep dive.
My pleasure. I always love talking about these kinds of stories.
We'll be back soon with another deep dive.